No objections, thank you. We have a guest with us today, Bonnie, and we usually do a devotion and prayer first, and then we will talk about the YMCA. Okay? That way you don't have to stick to the whole meeting if you don't want to.
Well, that's kind of you. Thank you very much. It is Sunday.
It is Sunday, and some of us would like to get home when we can.
Church for 3 hours.
So today's devotion, quiet it down there, please. Today's devotion is from Our Faith Alone, daily devotional. Do not test the Lord your God as you did at Massa. Deuteronomy 6:16. Deuteronomy 6 teaches us to trust that God will take care of us in good and bad times. We shouldn't become overconfident in times of plenty, but we also need to be patiently enduring times of adversity. God will never leave us. He will be near us in our troubles. Unbelievers don't have this confidence in God because they put their trust in earthly things. If what we need isn't available to us, we have to rely on God's promises. If we don't rely on God, we are testing him. This is what Moses was writing about when he says, as you did at Manasseh. At Manasseh, Israel complained and asked, is the Lord coming among us or not? The people did not trust God's promises because he did not fulfill them in the time, place, or manner they expected. Therefore, they gave up and stopped believing. When we try to dictate to God the time, place, and manner for him to act, we are testing him. At that same time, we're trying to see if he's really there. When we do this, we are putting limits on God and trying to make him do what we want. It's nothing less than trying to deprive God of his divinity. But we must realize that God is free, not subject to any limitations. He must dictate to us the place, manner, and time that we will act. Let us pray. Amazing God, you give us all that we could ever ask. You give us more than we could ever ask. When it's our times that we're asking you to do something, we ask that you listen to our prayers. We know the difference between our time and your time, though sometimes our human limits keep us from understanding this. We thank you for everything that you have given us, giving us the time, the place, and these people here in this council meeting. I give you thanks to Bonnie for being with us today. We give you thanks for all the volunteers that helped out this past weekend. Let them know your love and be with them as they travel home safely. Bless this meeting. May it be the work of your hands. We ask this in your Son's name. Amen.
Amen.
Hello, Bonnie. How are you?
I'm good. Tired.
Yeah?
Just got back from being out of town. But good morning. My name is Bonnie. I know some of you. I am the Director of Health, Wellness, Development, and Outreach at the Ashtabula Countywide, which is a mouthful right now. I've been trying to get rid of it for several months. At least 2 titles, but nobody seems to want them. I did hire somebody before I left for vacation. I never met anybody when everything was initially set up in 2019, nor did you.
Yeah,
You
right.
weren't here either. And so, one, I wanted to meet everybody, and because I think Miss Jody Fowler set everything up with the church and the board here. And I know we've grown a little bit in size, some of the hours, and then moved some things, and so on and so forth. This is a very popular site with your congregation and the neighborhood as well. A very popular site. You have a beautiful room, and we are so appreciative you use it. We really are. With that said, my concerns of the rising rent continually increasing, and I'm only bringing this up because we have 3 other sites, and when we set those up, those were set up almost 10 years ago. Next year will be 10 years. We pay $100 rent a month for 24 classes. And that's true for 2 of the facilities. That's 24 classes a month. And I have no problem paying increases. However, I think when the senior levy started, everybody was under the pretense of how much it was paying. The YMCA is a totally different entity, and I'm really taking a hit on rent. We do not get processed like every other person in the senior levy. We don't get paid like they do. Every time they visit, they get a swipe, they get this, they get that. We have to take those people out of the equation of everything else we run. So the only thing they're paying me is 0.2685 cents for every dollar. I have to pay the balance of every expense. So the income matches the expenses, but that's a lot of expenses that I really don't want to incur. And I'm not gonna lie, we weigh this every year with Conneaut because the expense is coming far greater than what we're getting, because they're, at the beginning they had so much money they didn't know what to do with it, and they were letting people double swipe basically. If they had third party pay like Silver Sneakers, Renew Active, and Silver and Fit, and there's a bazillion other ones out there, but you don't need to, they pay, right? So what happened was a few years ago as the levy started to wean down in cost and I'm coming into the role, things are starting to change, and nobody got documentation before I got here, and I wanted to do everything on the up and up.
Right.
Well, I really got taken to the coals several times with the senior levy board, and it was okay. It was a good getting to know them and them getting to know me. Final meeting ended up with Patrick Arcaro, and I was at the county office, the commissioner's office, and they were there as well, and they said, what can we do? I said, you're gonna have to trust me and show me what we're making and how much I have to spend with you, because it's a very difficult, it's a lot of reporting for me. That's not the problem. I just want to make sure that as you make these increases, you are aware. I'm weighing, I hope you still want us here. I'm not looking to move that enhanced fitness class, but that rent going up all the time is becoming a barrier, because I'm only paying $100 at New Leaf, and yes, I could add more classes there. I don't want to, because I love location. We live in Ohio, and it's a nasty area a lot of times because of the weather. So I think of that when a senior's driving a car and it's 0.1 mile versus 1 mile. That's huge, and they tell me that all the time, so I hear it every day. So I just want you cognitive of that as you increase our rent. It is becoming cumbersome.
Okay.
So I just crunched some numbers just for an idea. So basically, I'm paying $4 a class at New Leaf and Andover per hour. I'm sorry, $4.16 per hour, and $7.35 here, and $2.50 at the Conneaut Art Center. These expenses are public knowledge because of the levy, so it's not like, you know, I can't keep, it's not a secret or anything. And that's why I want you to understand that, you know, if attendance is down, I'm not making that money, but my rent still stays the same. And there are several months with seniors, we all know. I can tell you specifically what months because I do the budget. It's up and then it's down. And they get busy doing things like, you know, they're getting ready to go to Florida soon, so I know they quit coming to class so much come September, October. Okay. You know, so I just want everybody aware of that. And the other thing I would like to discuss with you is I want to communicate on this line dancing, because what you said to me in the email had me concerned, because I didn't hear anything of that. And I'm going to tell you right now, yes, I don't, it's evident I don't hear everything unless somebody specifically emails me or reaches out to me. I don't, because I am in outreach. I sub all the time, bless you, and then I travel a lot, Orwell, Conneaut, Andover, so I'm everywhere. So with that being said, if anybody ever has a concern, please email me, and I will send you my replacement's email address. Not sure what title she's taking, but for now, keep it to me. But I would like to correct anything that's going on. Right now, the concern has been the floor wet. And I think we addressed that it's probably humidity, and I think some people think air conditioning takes care of all humidity. No, it does not, and I keep trying to explain this. I know they're in their 70s, most of them, I'd say probably 75% of that class is 70 and older, and they're wearing their boots. And when the floor is wet, they're very, so what I'm looking at doing right now is I'm taking my fans that I bought initially, moving them up here, because not you,
Yeah,
Conrad's the
yeah,
lowest
good. I-
paying area.
It's easier to say.
So
yeah.
it's easier for me to put new in these other sites, easier, not completely easy, but it's a little better for me. So I plan on moving some fans around and addressing that concern. So what happened last year? Do you know or remember? Did something happen on the night before Thursday?
Last year?
Yeah.
I think we just had line dancing last year. We usually continue to have the line
Yeah.
dancing on the Thursday night.
But you said
There was a little bit of confusion regarding parking. No conflicts or anything like that.
I thought something horrible.
No,
happened. I
nothing
didn't know.
horrible happened.
Okay.
There was just a little bit of conflicts regarding parking, and people coming in early for the line dancing while we were still trying to
To set up.
do our parking and everything. This year we decided we thought let's try to set up on Thursday.
Mhm.
So we don't have to. There's a lot going on Friday, but also so we don't have that same kind of confusion.
Right.
It was only confusion that was the problem in the last couple of years.
Right.
And then the week before, you said that
Diana fell the day of class and
Okay.
broke her foot.
Oh.
Yeah.
The day
Oh,
of, she showed me the glass table that she landed on.
Yeah,
It was
Oh my
so
God.
she was going to run class last Thursday. Yeah, that's not a problem. As long as I know in advance,
Yes.
I pay to go to other sites for those
Sure.
classes. So and that was the other thing, even though I still pay, even though we're not here, if you cancel or I cancel, I still pay, but I'm having to pay because we try to never cancel class. That is part of my contract with the senior
I
levy,
understand.
is that I am held accountable to run every single class. So I try to do that. But that being said, if there is ever a problem with clients or part of our staff or people, I make it a point, I make it a point to go to the site myself and say, listen, because we are very aware that we are using your space and we appreciate it very much. And I know the seniors appreciate it. I get thanked millions of times just from people who use the program. So I know you know too, because you probably hear it too from some of your members. So with that being said, I just want to make you aware of that, and then if there's anything moving forward, you can certainly let me know, and I will address it
absolutely.
myself, or have the same protocol moving forward for my staff.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Go ahead, Michelle.
I know you're in our facility 4 days a week.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
How many days are you in the other facilities? Do you have as many classes that you hold here in the other facilities as many days?
I spend 6 hours a week, so maybe 1 hour. I spend 7.5 here, 6 hours in Andover, and 6 hours at New Leaf Church in the facility. So every day I'm running classes at New Leaf,
Okay.
and then in Andover I run 4 days a week. I don't run on Friday. I was running 6, but
Okay.
one of my instructors left.
So 4 days and how many at New Leaf a week? How many classes?
6 a week.
6 a week.
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
Pastor, what is the current rent?
Currently, it is
2.25?
2 1/4.
Okay. And what was it, 200 before?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. And when was the last time
Per month,
per month? But
correct.
just
I'm
clarifying.
hearing some concerns that, how often have we raised the rent since they've been here?
The 225, I think, was the first time in about 7 or 8 years. It was a long time.
Yeah, so last year I had a rate increase, and then this year I got a letter saying it's up to 250 this year, so that's been 12 months approximately.
Okay, so we did it twice, but up until that point, we hadn't had it.
Correct.
I wasn't here when this was.
No.
Okay.
You're correct on that.
Okay. Thank you. I know the ladies that come in, I see them on Mondays and
You know,
they're lovely.
they treat
girls.
you like you're part of the class. I know they do.
Yeah,
They talk about you like
Like,
they do.
hey, come on in.
You
Oh
know,
my
and I
God,
walk
what's
in
your-
and everybody's like, yeah, I'm part of it too. So it's an awesome group here. I
They
do
are,
love
they
them.
really are. And Vivian's fantastic.
She is.
She is.
She's been a great friend of mine for a lot of years.
I love Vivian.
I do too.
Mhm.
Yeah. Any other questions? No? Well, I'm always available. You can always call me at the line.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you, Bonnie.
Thank you for allowing me to attend. I
Absolutely.
appreciate it. Hope you don't have to.
No.
Good day. You too. Bye-bye.
So we were at 200, we raised it to 225 and,
Last year.
yeah, and so did she say that we increased it effective when to 250?
It was supposed to be effective in June 1st. It was supposed to be 250.
And she wanted to come in May to talk about it, and that didn't happen for whatever
Correct.
reason, right?
For whatever reason.
Or in June.
No,
In
no,
June.
in June, yeah.
Yeah.
July, actually.
Yeah.
So,
Within the July
so
meeting.
have they paid the 250 in
No.
June and July?
No.
No, they paid $225 for both of those. That was the
Yes.
deposit Chris made two
Yes.
weeks ago.
So, what are we doing with this now and our next step?
Well, that's, the discussion is, what's the next step? Do we go ahead and say, oh, sorry, but we're gonna raise it to 250, or are we gonna say, okay, we're gonna keep it at 225? Are we gonna do 250, and if we have to cancel a class, then they don't have to pay for that day? I mean, there's a multiple of options going forward, but where it is right now, it's kind of difficult. What I do want to do is have an agreement, another signed agreement with them, with the definite specific dates already spelled out, including Monday, Thursday, Good Friday, and the D-Day weekend.
Right. I hear her, I understand, you know, she's dealing with a tight budget too. And, you know, she did mention like New Leaf only pays $100 a month. Which they're probably, they can't handle because their facility's always being rented out, so they can cover the cost. Tracy, what is the cost of our utilities? How much do you think that is, what they're paying for rent covering their cost of utilities?
So our electric is anywhere between $750 and $1,000 a month
Okay,
throughout the year.
okay.
Okay, this next one coming up is like $890, I
But
think.
didn't we budget 12,000 for
Yeah,
it?
we're on budget.
Okay.
And I wouldn't worry about gas too much or the heat. And in the winter, it's high. It was as much of $1,000 a month last winter. Right now, I think it's $67 for the bill coming out this next week.
So, my thought is, the people who come here love coming here. There has already been some people in the community expressing, because they hear from buying, that we're always increasing the rent. We're not always increasing the rent. First time last year was the first time in 7 years. We increased it 2 years, twice in 2 years. Do we want to keep it at the 225, just so we have, we're serving the community, and we're still putting out a good representation for the church to the community?
And we also keep the income.
I mean, it's not much, but,
Well, I understand her point also, it's the number of hours that they're here.
So, yes.
And now I know people come, the class is maybe an hour long, they come a little bit before, they stay a little bit later. But when you just take the hours of the class, it's not that many hours a week, is it?
So I actually, when you had sent out the fellowship hall agreement for us to review for the Y,
Uh-huh.
and I had replied back to you with some edits and said, here are my thoughts. Each month the Y uses the facility an average of 39 hours. So I just,
For the whole month.
per month.
Yeah. So call it 40, that's 10 hours a week.
So that's
roughly.
$6.41 per hour. If you take out the hours for D-Day, if we didn't allow them to come Monday, Thursday, Good Friday, Christmas Eve, and Christmas Day, then it's $6.58 an hour. That's close to the $7 an hour she said that we're charging.
okay.
My feedback at the time was neither of those hourly rates seem exorbitant to me. Now, I don't know about the senior levies and the cuts that she's had to deal with. That's all kind of new information for me.
But she, you know, she does get silver sneakers. Medicare, Medicaid is reimbursing them. There's insurances that are reimbursing them.
Well, I'm sure it's only to a point. It's not-
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the point, or the
It was
26.8
2
cents per
on a
dollar.
but that's her reimbursement, not really our problem.
No, it's not.
So the question is, do we keep it at the rate? Do we change the rate? Do we? What's our plan forward?
Would she be satisfied to keep it at 2.25?
I believe so, yeah.
$25 a month is $300 a year. I don't have a problem with staying at 2 1/4.
I don't either.
Yeah.
Okay. Every once in a while, they do request to use the hall on a non-workout day or an extended workout day for like their banquets and stuff like that. Should we add an additional charge to that? $25 for that?
Well, that's separate, that's separate than their class agreement, right?
I would put it as still part of the whole Y agreement.
Why would that be any different than any other organization wanting to come in and use the hall for a banquet or something?
Okay.
It just
I'm just throwing it out there for
Yeah.
discussion.
sounds like a hall
What do
rental.
they pay now? For the hall?
For the hall, it's 300 and then 150 back, so 150.
So they pay 150.
For anybody
For
that
4
wants to
hours.
rent the hall.
No, that, I know, I meant, what is the light paying now to use it for their?
For their extra stuff, nothing.
And I think usually that their little luncheons is like a Christmas party.
They have,
And then Christmas party and something in the summer. Usually in the summer they go down to the
Wow.
beach, it says it here.
Yeah.
But they do bring in sometimes, somebody from, UH, they do like a health talk or something like that.
that's during their times, during their class
Is
times.
it,
Yeah.
it used to be they were holding them afterwards.
I don't think so. It may run 5-10 minutes longer, but yeah.
What's
Nope.
Bonnie's last name?
Konzal.
I couldn't even say that. if I tried.
I couldn't either.
Konzal. Konzal.
So what I'm hearing is we'll keep it at the 225. We'll spell out the days that we know they can't use it. Of course, if funerals come up, that'll be part of the agreement as well.
Right.
Are we going to not charge them for a day if we have to cancel? If a funeral comes up and says you can't use the space because of what our needs are? Or are we saying, well, you have to figure out your own space?
I'm of the mind of they're not using it, so they don't deserve to be charged, especially if it's something that comes up on our end and we take their time.
Well,
If a funeral comes up and it gets held, they shouldn't have to pay because they can't hold a class and it's not something they chose.
Do we invoice the Y each month?
No.
So this administratively, somebody would have to track that
Mm-hmm.
and invoice them every month for credits and extras.
well, so
Yes?
my thought is, when they do hold an extra class, or they have somebody come in and talk, we don't charge them, and when we cancel a class or can't hold a class, it kinda offsets it, maybe.
Okay.
That way we don't have somebody over here, well, they get extra here, but we had to cancel here. That's gonna be, who's gonna keep track of all that? And invoice the YMCA every month.
It'd be Jen's job.
Right. But I think we're getting a little bit too nitpicky there.
Okay.
That's my feeling.
It's a community service.
It is.
It is.
And so I agree, and I don't want to be so detailed that it's causing administrative issues or extra work on anybody.
All right, so flat $225 a month.
That's what I'm hearing.
Motion and second? Do we need to?
Yeah, we should.
Should, yeah. So, somebody would like to make a motion to keep the YMCA's rent at
So-
$225 a month. Moved by Mark.
So,
Is there a second?
second.
JT? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstains?
Abstain.
Thank you. All right, one abstention. All right, continue with our agenda correspondence.
There's no new correspondence.
No new correspondence, thank you. All right, you all received the minutes. Have you all had a chance to review the minutes and then the reports?
I do have,
Any questions on them? Yes.
I do have a question. When did Chris make out her financial secretary's report for the month of July?
August 2nd, somewhere around there, I think.
Probably, yeah. It would have been the Monday, first Monday in August, I mean, it would be my assumption, yes.
Okay. Because I thought we got our grant money in July, and I didn't see it reflected here.
Okay,
For Fishes and Loaves and Cindy's Closet.
How much was that?
We got $3,000 for Fishes and Loaves and $3,000 in his closet.
And where did that grant come from?
West Lake Hose Boosters.
Say that again?
The West Lake Hose Boosters?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing that come in July.
Okay,
It must have come in August.
okay. Or it came in and it might have came in and then didn't get the pay until August. Okay. Is it, you have it?
I don't have the weekly income reports
Okay.
with me right now.
Okay. Just asking.
We can look afterwards if you want, they're in the filing cabinet.
Okay.
any other questions, any corrections, clarifications? Hearing and seeing none, I move to accept the minutes and reports as presented.
I'll second.
You, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Thank you. I just came back from Synod Council, so I'm kind of in that mood still. That whole, they follow it a little closer than we used to. Alrighty. Next item on the agenda is schedule our next council meeting. Now, I do currently have it set for September 16th, which is a Tuesday. That is not going to work for me, as my sister, I believe, is still here that day. I recommend if we need to stay on a Sunday for those who work, to move it to the 21st of September.
Same time as today's.
It'd be the same time as today, at 12:30.
Check my calendar.
I have no conflicts on Sundays at that time.
I have no conflict that day either.
Me either.
I would just have to leave at like 1:30.
Okay.
Is it on the weekend?
Hmm.
Don't we end at 1:30?
Only if we're good.
Yeah, we're not on
If we can
peace and love. We have not been good.
stay on topic.
We get it on topic, but hit the button when we go off topic.
I'm hearing that the 21st is okay.
I
No
hear no objections.
It's the only day I'm ever open, so.
Okay. I hear no objections, see no objections. So let us schedule next council meeting for September the 21st at 12:30. Alrighty. Next item on business is Maddox Hall rental waive. Yes.
Goodwill, do we have a date for old business for
It'd be the 20th.
for Goodwill?
Yes, September 20th.
Okay.
Not this coming 20th. It'll be out in the announcements coming up soon. We were waiting for D-Day to finish before it started to announce the Goodwill stuff. We are scheduled to have truck after truck, as many trucks as we need to pack up box after box after box, crate after crate after crate for Goodwill to be here. It'll run from 8 to 5. Any volunteers are, of course, welcome, and you'll get a lunch.
I got filming it, and I'm cleaning my house.
Yeah, so I have Goodwill.
Are they taking big items too?
There is around the church, you'll see those green and red posters that have green and red on them. They tell you exactly what they take and what they will not. Okay.
It's gonna be a drive-through, right?
Yes, it'll be in the portico.
We're gonna do the drive-through out from under the portico because we got the lunches for a short time that day.
We're gonna try, yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay,
I'm probably gonna have them set up more towards this office end, yes.
okay, okay.
But having spoken with the Goodwill person, it sounds like they have trailers that they put these crates in,
Good.
and they just Keep running them back and forth as much as they can.
The 20th.
It'll be September
Oh,
20th
September,
from 8 to 5.
the day before.
I've been pulling stuff to Goodwill for like weeks now.
She has.
Well,
Just
hold on
call
to
it all up to
Because
you.
it's a fundraiser for us. So this
Mhm.
Goodwill stuff is a fundraiser for us. Every crate that they pack up is, I think, $30 for us. And so we can easily, it sounds like we're gonna have more than 50 crates, or 50 crates or something like that.
We can put that up for the community too.
Yeah, it'll go out in the announcements, it'll go out onto the signboard, we'll probably make up flyers and start handing them out. So yes,
I'm going on the gym show in September, so I'll mention it then.
yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, this will be a community event just like the electric recycling was last year.
Is that something that the Gazette would publish? If
Yes.
you talked to Bob Attinger, for example, would you?
Absolutely, he would definitely, and I'd be happy to call Bob.
It's a good idea.
Any other old business? All right, can I go to Maddox Hall Rental wave now?
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, Maddox Hall Rental. Maddox would like to rent our hall for an October paint party. Paint and sip?
Paint,
Paint
sip
and
and
sip.
paint. Yeah.
Sip and paint, paint and sip.
Yeah.
Whichever one you find more. These are led by an artist called Chris Davis here in, I think he's here in town.
He is in Conneaut.
He is the one who has led paintings for the ones that you see around my office, over the window of my office, and that purple one with the beach scene that I really like.
You did really well.
I really like that
He's
one.
getting really good.
He also did the one where we did the church with the rainbow.
We did the church,
Yeah.
not with the rainbow.
Georgian.
Well, you did the rainbow.
She
I did the
rainbow.
rainbow.
I did not do the rainbow.
I did not do
But
it.
it's the church on the, it's the one that's above the windows
Mhm.
to the office. It will be open to the community, and it's a fundraiser for Maddox. Maddox is a cat rescue.
We all know.
All right. Well, maybe not everybody knows,
Three
but
cats in the house now.
for the record, Maddox is a cat rescue who will take any cat, and they have, of course, expenses and sometimes very large expenses in order to hopefully save a cat. Sometimes they have to put cats down. They, as I said, come in here. Now, it's a fundraiser for them. It would. Stacy, you want to kind of take over? You're a
Yes.
volunteer there.
I'm a volunteer there still.
Pass that to Pastor.
Okay, sure thing. So they have asked what the hall rental fee is. So they are willing to pay something. I talked to Mary. I said at our council meeting, because Pastor and I had talked about this before, we were gonna present to council consideration of waiving the hall rental fee because it is trying to raise money as a fundraiser for them for the cat rescue. And they do focus on emergency cases primarily, cats that never would have a chance otherwise. And they do an awful lot of TNR around the community, which is trap and release. They spay and neuter the ones they trap and then put them back out in feral colonies to try and prevent the growth of the cat population.
They took 17 cats from my place out of the barn,
Yeah,
and they did them all and brought them back.
yeah, so,
At the same time, but.
yeah, but then they can't procreate, so that, I mean, that's the whole point, is to try and reduce the cat population, so there's not so many special circumstances. When I talked to Mary, I said if we align at council and agree to waive the hall rental fee, it's not expected, I said, but I would recommend making some kind of donation back to the church, based on how well they do, and whether that's a percentage of how their funds or a flat fee, and Mary said absolutely, she would expect it to donate something back to the church.
Now, what are they gonna use the hall for?
To host the sip and paint. They have no space, so their house is filled with 78 cats right now. So they
We
need.
tried to do one, I think, one of the two cat ones that are sitting outside my office, we did there, and there was maybe only like 10 people that were able to fit in there.
Yeah, it was supposed to be outside, but the weather was inhibiting, so they had to move it into the house, which was fun because you had cats walking across the table while you were trying to sip and paint. So they wanted a bigger space because there's so much interest in people participating. So they're anticipating a class of 30 to 40 people.
And what do they do there? They drink coffee and paint? Or?
Yeah,
Whatever you want to drink.
yeah, water, coffee, wine. I don't know, pick
So why
something.
do they do this? Is this a fundraiser?
It's a fundraiser.
So people pay to come do this?
Yes,
It's like a $30 to $40 class fee normally.
they pay to come do this, and then they'll also have like Chinese auction, like a few raffle prizes. Yeah. It costs them roughly $4,000 a month just in medication, so Capstar, flea
Mhm.
medication.
And they've had a lot of emergency cases lately with vet bills of upwards of $6,000.
Yeah, so they really just try to stay afloat and help all these cats.
And with them having it here, I could come.
You won't die.
I won't die.
For those that are allergic. Oh, Chris was allergic. When we
Yeah.
got it inside, he's like, I'm absolutely dying.
Yeah. Well, it expands an opportunity for those who like to participate but can't because limited space and allergies.
And
Yeah.
it gets some new faces into the building,
Mhm.
I think, because it's a different, that can't hurt at all.
So the proposal is to waive it with the expectation a donation
A
will
possible,
be given.
With the anticipation that they will
Yeah.
donate back, yes.
I think that's fine. Because honestly, they support us with our basket raffle and stuff. They're
Mhm.
always very generous. They donate baskets for the raffle and stuff, so,
They've helped serve at the fish fry a couple of years.
yeah, I mean, they've helped.
Morgan.
You all know that if you take cats there, like when they took my barn cats, they did not charge me.
Mm-mm.
No, they don't.
I gave them
It's a-
money,
it's a
but
full
they-
surrender
They
use.
don't charge you.
No, they neutered her cats and brought them back to her, spayed her cats.
Yeah, it's just part of the TNR program that
Right.
they run.
Because as Bob Barker says, have your pets spayed and neutered is an important
It
thing.
is,
Mhm.
it is. I mean,
There's a colony of cats up on McDonald's. in
Yes.
Seville.
Yes.
And I saw people out there trying to figure out if the one that was in the cage, in the tipped ear.
Now, do you see this as a one and done, or is this a quarterly event? Or?
Probably no more than twice a year. They've had one in May, they wanted to do one in the fall. They do different events.
Mhm.
A couple weeks ago, I went down to Andover, they were at the Pymatooning Lake Fest, and we had a booth set up there.
So are they really asking, will they be coming back here semi-annually? Is that?
Maybe. It's nothing definite, we haven't talked that far into the future.
I think it'd be wisest to take the first one and if you line up for a second, have another discussion on how we want to hear.
Yeah, I wouldn't say infinitely waive it, just this time.
Do this one, see how well they do. If you promise, we'll talk about it the second time if they want to ask for a service again.
those people get up early in the morning when they take cats to the veterinarian.
Mhm.
Because I had to have my cat there at 4 o'clock in the morning.
And they got credit for them on the playground.
Akron,
Or
Cleveland,
further.
both.
Kids are on.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Go ahead.
Motion to waive the whole rental fee for pets.
I'll second that.
Okay. Any further discussion? Hearing, seeing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Thank you. Next item of business is our pest control options. This year we have paid a significant large bill for something that we easily could have done ourselves with our current pest people, which are, I think it's Ashtabula Pest Control is who we currently go with.
It is.
They are expensive. We have asked Terminex to come in. We have to give us a quote. We have asked PDQ to also give us a quote. And we have also discussed in-house either using ortho chemicals or all natural pest control. Now, you want the numbers. If you wanna talk about the all natural one, I'll be right back with the numbers.
I can't. So, ants were the primary problem that I know that Mary was worried about. And ants and roaches, right?
And that's a normal law. I tried to use the bathroom.
There's a key up on by the furnace room.
No, I'm talking about this one
I
right
know,
here.
I mean, there's a key out in the hallway. Right there.
Yeah, so,
And then there's another one.
for ant control, if you use clove or cinnamon and peppermint and spray all your entryways and areas around the building, that actually deters ants from wanting to come into the building. I use it at home, especially when I start to get sugar ants. If I forget to spray it, I can tell they start to come in. And then I remember and I go and take care of it and I don't see them again for the rest of the year. Much more affordable solution than Ashtabula Pest Control, who charges upwards of $300 to come around and just spray around the building. We pay almost $600 for rats to put up
Mice?
to put up 9 traps.
Which
Mice.
is ridiculous, because you can.
600 for 9 traps.
Yes,
Which.
ridiculous.
I'll pinch my fingers outside of it myself.
No, not those kind. It was the poison ones, the
Is
boxes.
there boxes
Oh.
that they go
Those
in?
black boxes around
Yeah.
that
We haven't been back
no
since.
one's touched.
So I'm a big fan of the all natural option because it's just not, there's no toxins that way for people.
Cats do pest control.
Well, yeah, that's another all natural way, right?
Who's gonna change the little box?
Listen, I think a church cat is a great idea.
Telematics, the weather.
So I had given Pastor that option. We went ahead and bought some. I donated some peppermint oil and I bought some cinnamon oil. We'll try it.
Now, you say you spray them on the outside and around the church. 'Cause
You
sometimes-
can do it on the inside too.
I was gonna say, 'cause I don't know where they come from, but like we get them coming up, I think they're coming up from the foundation out of the walls.
Yeah, they can. But you can spray along the baseboards and stuff inside
Yeah,
also,
but
where you
not
know
that,
they
though.
commonly come in.
So I got them by my bathtub.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now, are you opposed to using something like, what's it called, home defense, where you spray around your baseboards and it's supposed to be effective for
a year.
a year?
We use, be gone or something like that.
Yeah,
We
something
go
else.
around all the outside of our house and fence it. We don't have any problems for the whole year. But I see your point, you don't want, you're a natural girl, so you're.
I am. I'm not opposed to home defense or something like that.
Uh-huh.
I'm opposed to paying $600 or something inordinate for somebody to come around and do something simple.
Yeah.
How many times would you have to use the oil stuff? Just a couple times a year?
Yeah, at most. I mean, I use it once, right when they start to come in.
Yeah,
And it's a one and done. They're deterred.
I mean, that seems like it's a simple solution, it's a cheap solution, we know it works.
We should have a backup though. I hear what Mark's
Well,
saying.
but does that work for all types of insects?
It works for like ants, roaches, your basic creepy crawlies.
Pheromone based.
It worked for spiders.
No, I don't know.
Spiders are pest control actually, though they're horrifying beings that
But
kill
like that
spiders.
bug gun, I think is effective against spiders.
Yeah, it might be. I don't know. I'm not educated on that.
Get those little spiders in there.
Burn out your house.
Mhm.
Burn out.
Okay,
It's effective on stink bugs.
Move out, bring
So,
yourself up.
What
the,
The peppermint and clove.
we received 2 quotes, as I said, from Terminex and PDQ. Terminex would like the initial service cost. It's $246.81. And they recommend a monthly maintenance at $123.40.
Oh,
No.
wow.
Mm-mm.
That would be $1,727.61.
That's not horrible.
Okay.
No.
PDQ does a 2 times a year exterior service for $350
Each or total?
each, and then a monthly maintenance of $80, totaling $1,660 per year. Orkin didn't want our business; they never came.
And, Ashtabula is just, we call them as needed, he does not come out on a regular basis.
Does not, that I'm aware of.
Correct. I think they'll call ahead of time and say, "Hey, we're going to be in your area. Do you want us to come out?"
Okay.
So if we notice that what we're trying to do doesn't work, we could have them just come out and do that one-time deal and have them to do the.
Or we could buy it and go do it ourselves.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if there's really much of a difference between like Bug Be Gone and the chemicals they use. Theirs is probably far more toxic and stuff, but I have Bug Be Gone. I've done it once 2 years ago now, and I still don't have any ants in my house.
We use it every year around our house. And those little mouse boxes that they put out, I went online. They're $45 for 3 of them.
Does it kill them?
Yeah,
But out of Erie.
Cause I bought one of those ones that,
it's a box. They
it's a
go in-
box and they go
I
in
never
and they
put-
can't get back out, but I forgot about it and it starved to death and I felt terrible.
But no, those boxes, they charge us $600 for those boxes. You can go to Home Depot and get 3 of them for $45.
So we could,
Put them out ourselves.
Yeah.
we could have done all the ones they put out and have extra.
Okay.
for-
Taylor, did you wanna say
Taylor.
something?
Yeah, I'm gonna go back on track. I think it's better to do the all natural only because we have a congregation of a lot of elderly people, and if you use a lot of chemicals, so the art center uses all natural, and we have a guy come in and spray. Because of our elderly population there, it's really harmful to people who are immunocompromised, people with COPD. If we ever have somebody with an oxygen tank who has to come in, that can, like, even just the lingering chemicals can be harmful to their lungs, their body. So I think it's worth a shot to try the all natural. Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, and you
It
guys
does.
use like what your mom suggested?
Mhm.
Very good.
They started using it because it was too expensive, and I just think it's more worth it if it's gonna work.
You
Hmm?
have to give us the recipe.
Like if it's gonna work, it's better for the health. It's better for the environment even. Like it just works.
So you're recommending what in place of Bug Be Gone?
I recommend we try the all natural, and we can, if that doesn't work, we can always do Bug Be Gone ourselves.
Mhm.
But I'm just saying avoid the companies because they are really effective because their chemicals are far stronger and more toxic to the environment and human beings.
I would agree with
So
We should do it in-house.
Agreed.
Okay.
that.
Agreed.
In-house, yeah.
All right. There's no motion needed for any of that. We just decided to do it in-house. All right, next on our agenda is our council attendance requirements. Per our council, per our constitution, excused absences, you can have, it doesn't say anything about excused absences, only unexcused absences. I believe it would be pertinent to add something to our, at least council covenants, baby, to limit the number of excused absences, certainly excused absences in a row. Nicholas?
So are you thinking like limits per month, or limit per 6 months, or for a full year?
Up for
I would-
discussion.
I realized as I was asking, we only meet once a month, and it's not school.
Right.
Can you tell I'm getting
Yeah,
ready
no,
for
I
tomorrow?
understand, it's only once a month, so, but I would say, if you miss more than 3 meetings, that's just the number that I just popped into my head in a row, then, your seat is declared vacant
So if you miss more than 3 annually,
in a row,
in a row.
in a row.
So it's a rolling calendar type thing.
So
you
you
could miss one,
if you
come to
miss
one, miss one, come to one. You could come every other month and not meet that requirement.
Yes,
Okay, I just wanted to understand it.
yes.
So, missing a 3, that's a limit on unexcused or excused absences?
Excuse.
It would be actually technically both, because I think
Yeah.
unexcused absences, you miss 3, it's also declared vacant.
Okay, so you miss 3 meetings in a row.
Your seat is your seat. I mean, there might be some extenuating circumstances, like if you're extremely ill.
Yeah, well, I mean, sure,
Yeah.
but
I know what you're saying, okay.
So,
if you're extremely ill and you miss 3 in a row, are you really an effective council member?
That's
And would you
correct.
really come back probably?
Yeah.
And then would you actually come back too?
Correct, okay.
Nicholas?
question popped into my mind. So, say if there are actually extenuating circumstances on that 3rd month, will a discussion be held and a vote be like to determine whether those extenuating circumstances are valid and it was beyond the person's control, or still declare their seat vacant?
Well, we can't just declare somebody vacant. It's a council vote
Okay,
anyway.
so a discussion will be held.
Yes.
Okay, that was, yeah, I got this.
Hello, Caroline.
Hi.
Any other discussion or questions?
Okay, so the current proposal is if you miss 3 council meetings in a row, your seat will be declared vacant after an obvious council discussion.
Then vote.
And votes. Any questions or discussion?
No. I don't usually miss meetings unless I'm dying or in the hospital. They made that clear to me that I can't leave the hospital to go to a meeting. I said, I feel fine.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
Second question popped into my head.
Yes?
So obviously, if you're able to make it via phone call, that counts as full attendance though, correct? Just to have
Well,
that
that's the
clarification.
next part of this. It's a kind of a subheading. I'm gonna say it this way. I prefer in-person meetings. I think you get more out of them. You don't tune out. Zoom meetings or Skype or Teams or whatever company you want to use. I hated those during the shutdown and pandemic and classes that were online, all that. I absolutely hated it. I would like in-person meetings. That being said, if a person who wishes to be on council, who represents the group of people who leaves during the winter times, wishes to be on council, the question is, should they be excluded because they wouldn't be able to attend an in-person meeting for those winter months?
But would they be willing to do Zoom meetings and still not physically be here, but an active participant in the meetings?
Correct.
Okay.
So shortened way of saying that, if you're able to be here, you better be here.
Okay.
If you're not able to be here, you can Zoom in.
Mhm.
Which is
Phone
written
at
into
a
our-
real stretch.
Mhm.
That's already written into our bylaws that we're allowed to meet, I think it said electronic,
Electronically.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think what you're saying, it's better to stay, it's better for all of us to meet so we can all see each other and discuss it. We hear each other's tone of voice. But we might be limiting some people that, who want to be part of the church and maybe wants to be part of the council, that due to how they live, do we want to exclude those people?
I think somebody who's knows they're gonna be away for an extended period of time should not be on council, because they're not part of the life of the congregation at that time. There could be some events happening that they're not experiencing themselves.
We have, okay, to that point, Mark, we have events here, and we have council members who are not experiencing the events here. So you can't say that.
If you come to worship, and you're in the community, now, do you have to attend every activity of here? That's not what I'm getting at. They're out of the community. They're out of the community. They should, in order to be an effective person, I think you should be here.
And you can be here via electronically as a social work student,
They're-
as
they're
half
there-
my course is
They're there for
online.
that. They're there for that 1 hour. They're not here living here.
So we're
It's
talking
actually
about,
what it is,
we're talking
yeah.
about snowbirds, right?
Yes.
We're going
People
for
that live
4
here
months.
6 months and move and live in Florida 6 months, that type of thing?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify.
But we do, we have several of those here.
We do.
And those who are here are very active.
And the summertime, yeah.
They are,
When they get back, yeah.
they are. And when
Well,
you say they're
what
not worshiping, they are worshiping, but they're watching us
Well,
online.
what I'm saying, Michelle,
And
is
they're
that
giving
when,
financially.
if somebody is not here, let's say there's something happening in our congregation at that time. They're away and they're not, they might be getting some hearsay, or they may not be getting anything. And yet they're gonna be possibly making a vote on something. I think they should be.
I wonder if if being on a council via Zoom, yeah, they're here, sort of, quick quotes, electronically, but then that would probably keep them more in touch of what's going on with the congregation and the community. I understand the point. I definitely see your point though too, Mark. Especially if something happens in our community in Conneaut or something, and they're not aware of it, and we have to deal with it, then that could be troublesome and difficult for them
Do
to.
we Zoom or are you still putting the church?
Yes, we still record everything. It's recorded right now. So.
I uploaded the recording to upload it 12:15.
Well, there has been times, Pastor, that we've had to take care of business that we've emailed back and forth that we did not meet physically.
True
I
that.
think to Mark's point though, but we're here and we're attuned to what the issue is at hand that we're emailing back and forth about, just because of proximity. Is that covering?
Yeah, we kind of already know the background.
Yeah,
a little bit.
it does. But I'm just saying, from my standpoint, if I knew I was going to be away, would I be on some board, whether it's the church council? If I'm going to be away for months at a time, could I do an effective job? And I don't think I'd even volunteer for that position.
Evidently you can if the federal government's any sign. There's a news story of the Texas governor.
Nicholas.
Shouldn't it-
Nick, no.
Sidebar, stop.
No.
Some topic.
Nope. Stopping. Yeah, okay. So, I have 2 points to come back to. Council attendance requirements, being excused or unexcused 3 times in a row will constitute a discussion within council for vacant seat voting.
I think that's fair.
I think that's fair too.
Okay?
Because we all know we have a council meeting and when it is. And
That's
so
why it's
you
first thing
better
on the agenda.
clear your calendar if you're gonna be socializing.
That's right. Okay?
I put off my socializing if I need this.
Sounds like the second point is something that maybe we need to discuss within a congregational meeting. And to see if because you all are representatives of the congregation. Whether if the congregation is comfortable with a representative being on council who may not be here 6 months of the year, or 3 months of the year, or however long they're gone. Okay? So that sounds like it's a congregational thing. Okay. Which brings us next to the October congregational meeting. Currently scheduled for October the 12th.
You're gonna change that?
Not that I know of.
Oh, okay.
That's why.
You made this long pause afterwards, and I thought you were gonna say, and somebody can't do this, so we're gonna do.
No, it is currently scheduled for October the 12th. Don't believe there's a conflict. I don't see a conflict on our calendar and the church's calendar. That is a Sunday, of course.
Is that your technique?
And well, let's first. Is there a conflict for council members to be there on October the 12th?
I do not currently have
Yes.
one.
Okay. Would the 19th be a better day?
No.
Okay. That's Reformation Sunday. Well, we could do it Reformation Sunday. I don't really have a problem with that. It'd be actually kind of good. Would Reformation Sunday the
26th.
26th be a better day?
Don't go back. My entirety of October for Sunday afternoons is shot between work because we're opening a new location and a show. My
Okay.
entirety of October is shot.
So base it off the rest of us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, doing that, we're going back to the 12th then.
Okay.
Very well.
Our already wrote it in my book. for
Okay.
this one.
All right. And did you all receive the agenda, the proposed agenda for that meeting?
Yes.
Oops, that's not the right one.
I didn't get, if it's on my computer, then I haven't got it.
I will tell you what's on it.
Wait, I got it covered.
Okay. Well,
I read it.
my
Oh, you read it?
computer
Yeah.
died and I had trouble.
I do read the
getting it
emails.
fixed. My
Oh,
person.
anybody else need one?
no longer does it.
Okay.
So, as you can see on our agenda, it is our standard October meeting where we present and discuss the 2026 church budget. We announce and open the floor to nominations for vacant council positions. And this will be the only new thing is voting on the mission statement. Next month, we will whittle it down to 2. Okay? And now how do I want to put that on the agenda?
Council member criteria.
Yes,
Mhm.
thank you. Council member criteria will now go
Mhm.
on that agenda as well. Make sure that gets somewhere in the minutes or I'm gonna forget it. Okay. Any other items for the agenda? Yes?
No, not for you.
No, I know, not for October's
No.
congregational meeting. Okay, great. Good. Of course, if something comes up, you'll all hear about it. Alrighty. Last point that was handed to me, which we do need to discuss,
Oh, yes.
that did not make our old business section, was Sandusky Street. Michelle, do you want to talk about your visit
Okay,
to Sandusky Street?
so, I met, Suzanne Horvath over, she's gonna represent us in the sale of the house. So we, viewed both sides. We did get into,
450?
450. Definitely, she still has piles of stuff. Oh, it's dirty. I mean, it needs a good scrubbing. It needs fresh paint and stuff. There is some concern about, the bathroom is being redone and some of the kitties haven't hit the litter box. We did go over, Lieutenant led us into the new side. Did I tell her what she said?
Absolutely.
First, she says, can we say dirt bags?
Say that again?
The dirt bags that are living in the new model's top. So the house is dirty, the basement is wet, there's holes in the wall in the kitchen. Kids are drawing on the walls, it's kind of cluttered. They've drawn on the screens, the screen in the front door is bent. Suzanne did write up a proposal for us to what she could offer to the house, what she thinks the house will sell for. I don't know the exact thing. So, it's much lower. What she's recommended we sell the house for is much lower than we thought we could bid for. Where is it?
I thought you already had a buyer for it.
No.
You backed out. Here. If anybody wants to see it, can I share the photos?
Absolutely.
Okay, so.
Everybody's knows about, well, should see it.
Pass it over, that's, you gotta scroll down.
So this is what Sue Horvath wrote to me. I, Michelle, when she originally looked at 448 and 450 in May 2024, it was updated, it was valued at current, at that time it was what we thought it should be. Now, with both sides being occupied, she said if we want a quick sale, $85,000.
How much?
85,000.
And that is because, this is the reason she's stating this. The structure of the roof and windows and major system in good condition. One unit previously updated, now showing wear from tenancy. The other unit was heavy, cluttered, limiting showability. Current tenant conditions reduce buyer's appeal and price. You walk in there, you wanna buy it, and you see the dirt, the clutter. You know first impressions, people are not gonna buy it, they wanna buy it for $120,000.
You can share
If we were to vacate them and do some light updates, we could get 105.
Do you want to see the pictures? Swipe through.
She said the values depend on market conditions, the time of the sale, vacancy, cleanup would significantly improve buyer interest and value. Some investors prefer strong tenants in place, while others prefer a clean slate. Left side tenant appears to be reliable and pays on time. Status of the right side tenant unknown. So that's what she's recommended to sell the house.
She pays, just not on the first of the month.
Huh?
She pays on time. Well, she
Yeah.
pays.
Yeah.
So what does our property manager say about this?
I haven't shown him the pictures yet, as came in last week, and this week is kind of busy. I'm having a meeting with him soon.
There is some concern. Mark, were you aware that basement gets wet?
It,
When you renovate the site, were you aware of that?
it had been wet, but last year, the last time I was in it, it wasn't bad.
It's
Now,
wet.
it could be if the eaves are full and the eaves aren't draining, and if the water's just coming straight down to the foundation.
Yeah, the basement is wet. It's damp.
This is the one that Mark just,
Yeah.
are you kidding me?
No. We were all ticked off about it.
Well, I can see why.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously the cluttered pictures are $450.
Mm-hmm.
This one.
This-
Yeah, that would be $450.
That's the one that lives on the other side? Oh, I figured it looked like that.
So,
So bringing this to you to set the price.
well,
What?
we have to set the price, but we also have to decide which tactic we're gonna take.
We can. I was not gonna. I
Okay.
didn't think tactic B was gonna be in discussion, but we can discuss which tactic do we want to take, and then
Mhm.
set the price.
Well,
I do not agree with Sue's first bid at 85,000. I think we can still get more than that, even within its current condition.
Who does Suzanne Horvath work for?
Century 21. I recommend setting the price at 110. As
Which is where we were, right?
no, we originally set the price at 150, except 130, except for we were discussing Nick's
Okay. Okay.
bid. But our current agreed amount from council was 150, 130, except 130. I recommend setting the price for 110, take one.
You can always lower it, right?
Need be.
Yeah.
I think it'll still fly at 110.
And I think if you have the opportunity to make more money, make more money. Like if it doesn't sell after a little while, you can lower it a couple grand and see if somebody bites. But I think with the housing economy right now, you might find people who are desperate enough to pay that for that house.
Did we have the new tenants sign a lease agreement?
Yes.
Yes, we did.
And have they violated that?
I have not, I don't remember what the lease agreement says offhand. I mean, the damage, I don't know that there's any,
Does the property manager know if they violated it?
I have yet to talk to him about these
Yeah, that was
pictures.
Okay.
So,
right.
But doesn't he go there and routinely look
Nope.
through it?
Well,
not part of his agreement.
if these people have been in a relatively short period of time and have already done damage,
Correct.
if they have violated the terms of the agreement, we should evict them because it's only going to get worse.
Right.
We can review the lease agreement. Agreed.
I would rather have no rent coming in than have them do further damage.
Yeah. How
You
long-
gotta, this is
how
not,
long have
don't
they
look at
lived
me.
in there?
How long have they been there?
Almost a year?
The new people?
No, they haven't been there a year.
Couple
They moved
months.
in October.
No, they
No.
didn't.
We didn't do it in October.
We signed the
I'll find
agreement,
the right documents. It's
we
on my
signed
other
the
computer.
agreement with Nick in October last year.
It's all on my other computer. I can find that information.
Yeah.
So I guess the term, the thought is right now, which way we're going.
I think we should make them both and clean up and go back to the original place.
It's gonna take a lot of money to clean it up. On Debbie's side.
Well, Debbie can take what she wants and then we just hire someone to come in, over us out and do it again.
Well,
It's gonna take more. We're gonna have to do complete redo, like
Right,
we have.
we would have to do the painting and stuff.
all right, I hear what you're saying, that was my first inclination as well. Looking at the cat feces on the carpet, I'm assuming there's urine in there,
The
that's,
holes.
that is carpet rip out, and that's what I would call light repairs. Drywall repair, paint. We paid $26,000 to redo the left side, the 448 side. It doesn't, with only a $20,000 difference in sales price, I don't think it justifies spending all the money to go ahead and repair the other side unless we're gonna raise that sales price a lot higher.
Well, don't forget,
And it's time.
on 448, we replaced windows, we replaced floor coverings. We had a new electric panel put in and all new receptacles. We may not do that. We may just get it clean so it looks somewhat presentable.
Maybe.
And let the new buyer decide what they want to do with
Right.
it.
Well, and to be honest with you, when I saw the bathroom has to be redone.
So that's what we do, is it?
Yeah,
New person
but
buying it.
I think if we just get it clean, get those trashy people out of there and get it clean, and so it's presentable. Because when you walk into a mess like that, you're not going to be offering any kind of market value price for it. You're going to be looking to steal the property.
Okay, so evict them, clean it up, and just get rid of
If they have violated the terms of the
Evict them if we can.
yes, they've been there maybe 4 months. And if they've done this much damage in 4 months, they don't deserve to be in our property.
Go ahead, Michelle.
I understand what you're saying, Mark. Stacy, I agree with you. When it comes, can I put this out here? When it comes to us doing things, to get things ready to sell or to update, how long does it take us?
Too long.
Too long. Exactly. It took us how long to update the other side of GSLC? Over a year. Am I correct?
And it took them 4 months to trash it?
But we're not going there. We don't have the time, we don't have the manpower. Sitting on a property that's vacant while we take our time to clean it up and get it ready to sell. That's not an option in my book. We need to get rid of the property. I think we tell Suzanne, ask for 110, if they give us 100, we're done in a little bit.
Yeah, but she's seen 85.
We can come back with a counter offer, she's open for that.
Well, still, I think it's going to be more presentable just to have those people out of there. When you walk into a place and see clutter, it just gives you, it degrades the value immediately.
Again, we're talking 2 months.
We can hire teenagers to throw this stuff into a bin and have it hauled away.
I'm talking about just the eviction process alone.
60 days. Give or take.
Mm-hmm.
Does that sound about right from the last time?
Well, here's what I would do.
Which was not pleasant, by the way, and that really, I think, harmed our name.
It did.
And our name is worth more than money.
And they could completely wreck the place once they get the
What-
eviction
what-
notice.
What another landlord had told me that he had done was that he offered the people like cash to move out, and they took it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that if we offered them an incentive to get out with no further damage, and give them a short window of time, saying, this isn't working out for us. We will pay you X number of dollars, but you have to get out by this date.
Because we're selling the property and you may not have, the new person that owns it may turn it into an actual home. Who knows?
So I guess the question is,
Single home.
which way are we going? I go offer 110, take 100.
Offer.
Michelle, I don't disagree with that, but Suzanne's telling us 85.
But that doesn't mean we have to take it. We can make a counter offer. This isn't set in stone. She's asking us.
Well, back up. She said for a quick sale,
Yeah.
we should set it at
Right.
85.
Right.
Uh-huh.
That doesn't mean it won't go for something higher.
Right.
And in order for it to go higher, the house has to be presentable. Both sides now are trashed. I say, if they have violated the terms of the agreement, we either evict them or we give them a cash incentive to get out now.
I disagree with the cash incentive.
Well, it's worked for this other tenant,
And
this
that
other
is-
landlord.
That is great for him, but we're not landlords, we're church.
No, it
We're
works.
facing an issue.
We get out of it.
It's a legal
We-
way to do it.
We don't damage the name of Good Shepherd. And if the person gets out, they're out. We've achieved our goal.
But what if they want exorbitant amounts? Or what if they take it, trash it, and we can't get the money back at all? With Suzanne?
Because this money is, we don't give it to them up front. We say, if you get out by this time frame and this place is not damaged, this is what we'll pay you.
But if it is damaged, why should we have to pay him and just, instead of just going through the
If it
eviction
is damaged,
process?
then they're just out the money.
Yeah, it comes out the security deposit and, yeah.
I just don't agree with throwing money away at.
You're not, what are you gonna spend on eviction?
How did we end
None.
up with-
Well,
You have to go
filing.
through
The
the
court, the court.
Sorry, the
filing.
filing fee, which is like
Yes.
maybe up $40.
Can I have my
This-
phone back, please?
My concern is,
Thank you, sir.
this needs to be done quickly. We need to make a decision. This is prime house selling season. I personally do not want to still be renting and dealing with rental problems in another 6 months. It needs to go away. It needs to go away.
I think it goes away fastest if we make the house presentable. And the first step in doing that is getting rid of these tenants. If I walked into a place that looked like that, I'm gonna lowball the price.
My vote is go with Susan, counter offer, see what we can get.
I'm making a recommendation, what is it called?
Motion?
Motion.
A motion. That we go back to Susan Horvath with the
Counter offer.
counter offer of 110, we'll take $100,000 for the house as is.
I'll second.
Any other further discussion? Hearing and seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Any abstentions? 3? Okay. I have nothing else for this council meeting agenda. Any other new business for the good of the congregation?
Are we paying Nick?
Yep.
a
Yes, we
fee?
do.
What has he done?
That's what the discussion's gonna come down to with reviewing
You
the
know,
pictures.
Wasn't he supposed to review these people? Was there a credit check done on these people or any kind of background
You
check?
can't do that.
Yes, you
legally.
can.
No, you
Yes, you can.
You absolutely can.
Yes, you can. You
Okay,
can't-
all right. They're there.
Okay,
They've messed up the house. Fine.
okay.
You want to evict them? That's your decision. Somebody else can handle it then. Okay? That was a terrible thing what I had to do to Detroit Street. It hurt me spiritually, it hurt me emotionally, and it hurt the name of Good Shepherd to evict them. Kicking people out of their houses is not what the church should do. Selling houses, we should not be in the rental business at all. I will tell you that City Council yesterday had a really tough discussion into whether or not to take over administration of a congregation because of their rental situation. It was a tough decision and a very tough discussion. They decided to go for it, but they were very clear that this cannot cost the synod much money at all, like less than 1% of their annual budget. That was very clear on that, and we're still deciding what to do next. They have to have this synod administration in order to go through the legal process of this. Okay, so the church is not in the rental business.
I don't think any of us disagree with you. I do want to say one thing. In Mark's defense, we need to have that difficult conversation with Nick
I
because
will
there
have
is.
that difficult conversation.
No, let me
with-
finish.
Okay.
Because there is an expectation with the agreement that he signed to have those properties maintained, not
Yes.
just collect rent.
Yes.
And the pictures make it appear that all he has done is collect rent.
Yes, I agree, and I will have that.
And all we have to do, all you have to say is, yes, we are gonna have that conversation, and it's dropped.
I will have that conversation with
Okay.
But the question that's unanswered is, what kind of background check did he do?
Doesn't
I
matter.
don't know, and we would have to ask him.
It doesn't
Why
matter.
don't we know that?
Because we didn't ask.
Because we hired him to manage the properties.
But
To rent
reports
it.
to us,
But those background checks do not come into our files.
they should. We should see a credit report. I personally would have gone to where they are presently living and see what it looked like.
Well, that's not a church anymore, that's
Yeah.
a
So-
landlord.
Nick,
None of that-
No, Nick, what I'm saying is, if I was a property manager, I would want to know, or if I'm a landlord, I would want to know what kind of person is coming in.
But we're not gonna go forward with the rentals, we can't change it, we're going to talk to Nick. I understand and agree with you, but I can't give you the answers that you want right now.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this, and I said this when you were hiring him. He had no experience, and they said, "Oh, that doesn't matter. He has a good attitude. He has a nice smile. He's enthusiastic."
He had a crutch to lean on because he
Okay.
had somebody else that was,
And now we're in this mess because
Is this
he's in.
discussion relevant?
It's not irrelevant.
no, he asked.
He's put this church in jeopardy, this property in jeopardy because of his ineptness. It's totally relevant. And for us to hire him to do this, he had no experience.
And again, we can't change it.
We can't. But we should learn from our lessons.
We should.
This is terrible.
Yelling at us isn't gonna make us learn it any faster, Mark.
I think that this was just floating over everybody's head.
Entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second?
Second.
Any, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Invite you to stand for our Luther's evening prayer. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. I thank you, my heavenly Father, through Jesus Christ, your dear Son, that you have graciously kept me this day. And I pray that you would forgive me all my sins where I have done wrong, and graciously keep me this night. For into your hands I commend myself, my body and soul, in all things. Let your holy angel be with me, that the evil foe may have no power over me. Amen. Everybody have a great rest of your day.